Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishnan. Basically, I'm a software delivery head. Today, basically, we are going to talk about a ban that is basically part 9. Basically, how software company basically says that we have done the ban of this particular person. Basically, ban means basically completely ban. Basically, he can't get the job. He can't send the resume. Also, if he's sending the resume to the any company basically, then the company will not receive his resume also. And if he's sending mail from Google, then his mail basically will go to the spam basically. Like this, up to this level basically, complete ban circle basically, you can say, that is created by one of the human resource chain basically group. So basically here basically the question is, up to what level this group can do, up to what level this group can do in doing the band. That is basically Abhiman of this human resource group, up to what level this group will do. So I will take one example. This is actually happened actually, but exactly don't know where, and that person also died also. So this was basically actually done by one of the software company, but I'm not disclosing the name, and I actually don't know the name also of the software company and the human resource and the owner of the company and the director of that project. So the case studies like this basically, there was one person basically, he was doing job in one of the software company. He basically got some conflict with the project director and project managers basically. So basically conflict was reached up to that level that they planned some very dangerous thing to that particular guy. The dangerous thing was basically he got married. Then means company planned one marriage with one HIV AIDS girl. Yeah, this was the plan, and like this, basically, the marriage was also happened, and that guy got HIV/AIDS. So just see basically up to what level the software companies do the plans. So after HIV/AIDS, basically, he's going to get the job. No, because HIV/AIDS people basically, most of software companies basically they do ban of this one person that he got with basically he is HIV/AIDS. So basically nobody will work with that person basically. So his blood group will also not able to find. Like this basically, the human resource of India. I am not telling about that all Indian software human resource are same. I am talking about few in human resource people who do anything and can do anything to fulfill their needs basically. So the need was basically he's supposed to get some lesson. So actually the plan was to create one lesson in human resource in software industry, that so that basically any people do this type of thing to project manager, sorry, project directors, software company. If he do any misbehaviors, if he send any mails to any person, if he do any sends a few mails to the any person like this basically, if he do, then basically then this person will be the as a remember as a lesson. See, do you remember that person? He has sent one mail to the company owner and company directors and lots of people, and just see what happened to him. He got married. He was planned and done the marriage with one HIV/AIDS girl, and he got HIV/AIDS also, and at last he died also. His entire body was damaged, head was damaged, everything was damaged, and he got AIDS, and he was died. So like that, basically, this is actually one of the case study in human resource of India, human resource of software company, and like this, basically, they have written this as a case number and given one case number also. Just see, we have done up to this level. If anybody else is going to send the mail to any people, then basically just see what we are going to do. So like this basically, I'm not talking about each and every Indian human resource and each and every Indian software company, because all are not like this, all are not same. So basically, but anything can happen, everybody can become one. So basically this is about the one case study which was registered in human resource department. and which was registered in software company also, and which was registered in the employment registration of Naukri.com, Monster.com, and TimesOfIndia.com. Like this, just see this guy. He has sent one mail to set of groups, and he got one marriage, that also HIV/AIDS girl. So he got HIV/AIDS. So like this, basically, he was done HIV/AIDS. He was given HIV/AIDS as a bimari, that's a disease basically, and now basically he's not getting job. After that, few years he died also. Like, this was the actually planned of human resource group and software companies, and that also Indian software company. Basically, I am not taking the name basically of the company, but all Indian software company are not one basically. They have given, they are going to give proof also basically that we are not one basically. We all are different. We are not one software company. We are not going to join that certain groups basically who have given HIV/AIDS to that person and ban that person, and he is not currently getting job, and he at last he was not getting job, and he at last died. So basically this is one case study basically. From this basically India human resource case study, I reached to one more conclusion basically. Actually, in Harvard University, in Harvard College basically, lots of people, lots of courses basically they take as a case, that this is the case number, and they have the live example also. Basically, Harvard University take as that case only, which are basically live implemented, and that was tested also by the setup group. So this was basically tested, and he was got lesson also, and he got one married to one HIV/AIDS girl also. Like this, basically Harvard University should take this case of Indian nationality, Indian human resource group, and Indian software company, which they have given created one lesson. So I think that basically they should take this as a case basically. But if they don't want to take, then that's their role. So basically, this is about ban of software company. Basically, they do the ban, and this is part 9 basically. In part 10, basically, we are going to talk more about the software company, how they do the ban.